In this video, we'll see about the book Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Okay, normally, what is ego? Ego is the one which is created because of the unhealthy belief which we are having in our side. Say example, like the small concern on our side can become an obsession at one point of time if you keep on thinking about it, and surely it will start to demolish our peace and get distraction in the work. And the second thing was like a confidence. At one point of time, the confidence getting increased and become overconfident. Because of this overconfidence, it might become an arrogance. And this arrogance is going to reflect on the surrounding people who is going to work with us. Okay, normally not only this thing, the ego is the one which is going to trash your goal, your vision, your money, your fame, your knowledge and everything. Why? Because at the instant of time, you will have an illusion that you are the best, more than others. Because of this thing, your long-term goal will be automatically shattered and becoming a mastery on the thing is not becoming possible. Normally the ego was created was, the first one is aspiring. If we do a new thing, apart from others, that we are doing something great. That's a good thing, but if we start to compare with others, what others think about me if I'm doing something new, this will start to create an ego, feed the ego more and more. And this is about author. His name was Emily Go. So she started to write the book, but instead of that, she started to post on his Twitter that she's going to write the book. On every day she started to post a tweet. But after the years gone, it's too far for her to complete the book. Do you like to reason? No. The reason was, instead of focusing on the book to get complete, she started to get focus on the comments which has been received on the Twitter. Second thing was, it's about the succeeding, and this thing everyone know is a success. Definitely at some point of time it might create a ego that we are the best, because this thing itself can be achieved. So whatever the thing, everything which we can touch, we can do the best and we can achieve. Confidence is a good thing, but at one point of time it's becoming a overconfident. We'll see a story in this thing. It's about a entrepreneur Howard Hughes, who is the chairman of Hughes Tool. What he did was, during the second year from the time he take over the business from his father, he made a greatest turnover and made the company a top. So he started to have a overconfidence that already this thing itself achieved, but everything I can achieve, right? So he started to invest the money on the aeroplane industry and movies and in the finance. And finally what happens was, his money was completely gone. The reason is not about he's not an experienced one, but he doesn't have time to get mastery on it because of his ego. It's a failing. Because of failure also the ego will be created. Most of the peoples won't accept the failure on their side. They start to blame their problem to others, but because of this, the following thing has been happened. So what was the consequences was, we'll see in this story. And this is about the another entrepreneur, a company American Apparel, a clothing industry. What happened was, the CEO of the American Apparel has built the organization in a perfect manner, the founder and CEO. But unfortunately what happened was, their share has been thrashed. But at that time the board of directors decided two things. One thing was, they asked the CEO to move on to the creative department with the large revenue, and second thing was, he need to take the money and exit from the organization. But what he did was, now these two things, he take a war against this company, the company which he's built for 15 years. He started to move to court and filed a case against them. But what happens was, their share has been drastically fallen. But after that he recovered. The fall is not about the person, it's about the ego. Normally how to face the ego? Most people will have a thought it might be hard, but there is a trick is there. There is a formula is also there. What was the formula? Plus, minus and equal. What about the plus? Plus is the one which we should ready to learn from the person who is more knowledge, and minus is about the thing which we are ready to teach the person, and equal is the thing which we should ready to compete people of same knowledge. By doing these three things we can overcome. So let's move on to the aspiring. Aspiring, we said that already, it's like if you are doing something superior than other, it will create, right? So instead of focusing what others think, start to focus on your competitor. So you'll start to learn and you'll start to upgrade yourself more to make a healthy competition with them. And next thing we see about succeeding. In succeeding, the ego was created that you are great because of your success, but compared to your success, there is more people who are more succeeded and achieved a lot. So what we can do was actually we can take them as a mentor, and we can able to learn their success about the each and everything in their journey, and we can implement in our life too, so that we won't face the ego that we are great. Instead of falling, we'll start to make ourselves build a better and ground to the earth. And the next thing was failing. Failing, instead of blaming others, start to accept yourself, it's your fault. So if we started to accept it's our fault, means what will the great advantage was, we can able to overcome the problem. Not only the problem, we can able to teach to the next generation what was the issue we faced, so that the upcoming people will be more aware to overcome that problem. And the really great thing was they will start to take you as a mentor, and they'll start to learn from you. If these three things happen, the ego can be overcome. Whatever the things which I said is from the book Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. If this thing is really helpful for you, please try to implement it in your life day by day. It will make a great difference. And thank you.